Watcher, it's GotAUkulele review day. Remember, this is just the video summary review. You'll get more detail in the link below. Subscribe to this channel. You'll get notifications of new videos as they come along. And also consider the Patreon. It does help me out. Okay, new brand for GotAUkulele today. Not a new brand for me, because I've heard of them in the guitar world and also quite revered in the mandolin world. And that brand is called Eastman. They're a Chinese brand that make mid to upper range end instruments at a very high quality, as I say, very well respected brand for a Chinese brand. Now, they made some ukuleles, a range of three, a soprano, a concert, a tenor. This is the soprano for a few years now, but I've never had one on the website, so it's a first for GotAUkulele. And this is the EU3S soprano, and it's really rather attractive, isn't it? I mean, this is vintage to the max. Very traditional, diminutive body, nice and narrow body, if you see, made of all solid mahogany, finished in this rather nice gloss, and it's incredibly pretty, stained a very dark red brown. I really like the look of it. I mean, mahogany is never usually the most attractive of woods, but sorry, I'm under fluorescent light here, but there is kind of a flame going on in this as well. Dead flat back, one piece top, one piece back, two piece sides with this bit of nice detailing in the base, and I think it's absolutely glorious to look at. Decoration is sympathetic. You've got rosewood binding to the top and back with a bit of white purfling, and black stripe around the top also in purfling. I think that complements the dark wood really nicely. The gloss is pretty much mirror finish. I can't find any flaws in it, other than the fact that it is a bit thick up here. So I'm seeing quite a bit of pooling. Hard for me to show you around the edge of the fretboard. I've seen a lot worse. It's a bit scruffy around the edge of the sound hole as well, for that matter. I've seen a lot worse, and it is on the whole a very nice gloss. The bridge, rosewood, with a bone straight top saddle, chamfered off at the edges. That's really tidy, and again, diminutive, not taking over the top. And it's attractive. Looking inside, notched linings, delicate thin bracing, very thin bracing, but quite a bit of glue seeping out of those kerfings on the edges, which annoys me. You know, minor stuff. It doesn't change the way it sounds, but I do pick up on it. The neck is made of mahogany. I think it's a single piece. I can't tell whether there's any joints because it's stained quite dark. There might be. I love this really sort of diminutive curvy heel down here. That's really attractive. Don't know why, but it's beautiful. And you know, it's nice. Bit too rounded on the profile for me at the back, but it's 35mm across, nearly 27 from G to A, so perfectly roomy. That's a rosewood fingerboard on the top, which is nice and thin. It almost looks like it's been polished, which I've not seen before. Really nice and smooth and shiny. See the light there. You get a joint at the 12s. 12 frets, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's generous. Those frets are skinny, thin. It's not edge bound, but the frets are not sharp on the edges at all. I really rather like that. You get a limited number of position markers, but very traditional. These snowflake abalone inlays at 5, a double at the 7th and one at the 10th. But for those of you who need to know where the 12th is, you also get side dots, which adds another one down at 12. That's nice. Beyond the bone nut, the headstock, swoopy top, enough of a nod to a three-pointed crown, but not really. Also gloss, that's really beautiful. The logo there is a gold sticker, but not like the ones on Martin, which are then stuck on at the end and you can peel off. It's actually under the gloss, so it's completely smooth and flat, and it gives it a kind of a 3D look. I really like that. This is a soprano. These are Grover open-geared tuners. Nothing wrong with them. Excellent quality tuners, small black buttons. But I want friction pegs on a soprano because they look better. They just look better. They provide more space up here as well. I don't like ears on a soprano. I think it's a real shame that Eastman don't offer friction pegs as standard, because if you swap those out for friction pegs, you're going to leave screw holes. That's a shame, I think. That is a shame. Yeah, see, I know soprano players who buy high-end sopranos who would not buy this because of these. I get, though, for most of you, a lot of people really like geared pegs. Maybe I'm being overly critical here. The strings are D'Addario Nylguts, so the ones I think that are made by Ukulele, which I don't normally like on sopranos, but we'll come on to the sound in a moment. I tend to swap them out. And this is coming in. Oh, you also get a really nice quality, a very good quality hard case, as standard. So that's not bad. And this is coming in at $450. So it's a serious price, but not a silly one. And bear in mind, you're getting a case there that's got to be worth 60, 70 quid, something like that. It's not a bad price at all, really. And up there with the Martin S1 and the Quare KTS4, of which it is better appointed with this gloss and this detailing. So it's got more spec to it. It's really well made, apart from one or two niggles like those tuners, like the bit of gloss pooling and the messy insides. It is well made. It's really, really light. It's not overbuilt. It's nicely balanced, and that top's really thin. Can you see? It's almost paper thin. So it's dead resonant, and that resonance comes through in volume. It's exactly what you want a soprano to be. Punch. Bark. That's how I want a soprano to sound. It's a lot brighter than I expected a wooden mahogany soprano to sound. Now, saying that, that's not a bad thing, because what I tend to do when they are woody and a bit dark, like on the Martin S1 originally was, is I put Martin fluorocarbon strings on it, which really zings it up. I wouldn't normally play with Nylguts, but on this, I think putting fluorocarbons on might make it too bright. It's nice as it is. It's got that soprano jangle. Bit out of tune, I'm afraid. But it's a nice jangly that. Yay, I like that. And because it's got good volume and good sustain, I can feel it in my chest, it makes for a really nice finger picking instrument. I like this a lot. It sounds like a soprano. It sounds like a nice, jangly, bright soprano. The volume is excellent. The punch is great. The looks are really nice. I think the price is good too. One or two little niggles with it, but they are kind of personal ones. So that's just me. Take the review with a pinch of salt. Read the full review below. That's where you get the scores, more pictures. It gets a good score, and it gets a very highly recommended from me, because it's a really nice little instrument. I'd love to take a look at the concert and the tenor as well, but I have a soft spot for sopranos. I would gladly play one of these. I wish they offered this with friction tuners, because if I owned this, I would take those off and probably have to live with the screw holes. Some decent quality Grover 4s or 6s on the back of this would really set it off and make it perfect. As it is, though, still a very good ukulele. The Eastman EU3S Soprano, all solid mahogany, £450. Yeah, a recommended one. This one's pleased me. I will be back. Hey, where's the focus gone? I will be back in a couple of weeks. I'm not here next week, but some really interesting stuff coming. Thanks for your support. Do consider the Patreon. Subscribe to the channel. You'll get notifications when new stuff's up. and have a very good end to your weekend. I will see you very soon. Bye bye.